welcome back. And if you joined us late today, Dr. Roger Rhoades is my special guest. And yes, it's time for the holidays and Christmas and the blessings that come this time of year. And he's agreed to talk about attitudes and how we can control our attitude, certainly to some extent, that will help ourselves and those people around us. And Roger, thank you for coming and sharing your knowledge with us.
Thank you.
And
so much.
it isn't always easy. If we've had circumstances in our lives that have happened to us, perhaps we have no control over.
Right.
And then you say, well, it's Christmas, we have to be happy. Well, it isn't easy.
No.
And it isn't
No, it
easy
is
to be
not easy.
positive if something in your life has happened to you, maybe that you have no control over.
Right.
And you say, well, you have to be happy. It doesn't work that way.
I don't want to have people think I'm saying be happy.
It doesn't work that way.
I'm saying it's a choice. Mm-hmm. It's a conscious choice. And, you know, it's like the Dave Ramsey in Atlanta talking about budget. And he says, if you put $1 away every week, before you know it, you're going to have thousands of dollars. Now, that week, all you're going to think about is $1. And that's nothing. But it accumulates.
Yeah.
And that's the same way with attitude. And a lot of times, and it's very clear out there, it's easier to be negative. It's easier to be in a funk. It's easier to give up. That's easy. That's an easy choice. And all I have to do is nothing. But I see people that they make a conscious choice and they get up. And we were talking about church in the break. And I said, there are people that it's part of their routine. They get up on Sunday, they get up early enough, they shower, they shave, they put on their Sunday best, they get looking good, and if they got to call a friend, they got to call the church, they got to call a taxi, they're there. And that was my grandmother. I guarantee you, if she wasn't in the grave, she was in church on Sunday. And she got herself ready, okay? And that affected her attitude. And she got around other people, and that affected her attitude. But what was easier? Was it easy for her to do that? Especially as she got older, especially as she was a widow, especially as she moved from a small little town to a big metropolitan area. It was very, very hard. But she made it her routine. And so, you know, I grew up with that. My mother said, you know, we're not sitting in bed on Sunday. You know, you're going to get up, you're going to go somewhere, you're going to do something. Now, I prefer you come with us, and if you come with us, we'll have a little dinner afterwards. And she made it enticing to go. And so it became my routine. And there's the thing with attitude. You've got to choose over and over again. And life it's not going to be easy. Life is hard. And stuff happens. And a lot of ugly stuff happens. But one group of people over here handle it better, and it affects their mental state, it affects their emotional state.
And their physical.
The whole thing. Mind, body, and soul is affected by attitude. And when I get around people with a positive attitude, I have a better life. But is it, and I want our viewers to hear, is it an easy choice? No. Are things going to get in your way? You bet. They are. And you're going to have many reasons to stay at home. And, well, I just don't have the time. And, oh, I don't want, I hate this phrase, I don't want to be bothered. Well, you cannot be bothered into oblivion. And all the time we see people who, you know, are accepting just being shoved into a corner. And you don't have to accept that. You can get up, you can get involved. People want you involved. but they're not going to grab you by the back of the neck and force you to be involved. They're not going to force you to go to church.
It's a choice.
It's a choice. And as time goes on and you hit life, the choice is harder and harder. It's hard. You know, when you lose your spouse, when you lose your job, you know, it's hard. And I don't want to take away from that. But with the right people and the right attitude, less hard. And your mind, body, and soul know the difference. They know the difference. That when I hang around, and it's funny, you know, Clemson is, you know, a winning team.
Number one.
Number one. And what is the attitude around the entire campus? Not just the football team.
Everybody.
Everybody. What's their attitude?
They're proud.
Proud.
You
Wearing
bet.
that orange out there, but I remember when Clemson wasn't doing so well.
Yeah.
And there were people that, ain't it awful? And isn't that football team terrible? And isn't it hard to go to Clemson? Oh man, what a tough thing. You know? But when winners win, everybody wants to be on the team. Everybody wants to be in the college. Everybody wants to get behind them.
People want to be around other people with a happy attitude.
Yes.
You're just drawn to people like that.
But it's not easy. You've got to suck it up. You've got to make that tough choice. You know, I wish, Peggy, somebody was sitting with a gun at my house and saying, Roger, if you don't get up and do this, we're going to shoot you. Ooh. Oh, my goodness. Okay. I'm getting up and doing it.
Away you go.
You know, there's no guns in my house. There's none of that. Nobody's sitting with a gun at my house. It's me and God. And he's saying, well, Raj, here we are. What are we going to do? Because nobody's taking roll. And if you don't go, nobody's going to beat you. Mm-hmm. You have a choice, Raj. You can get up, you can get ready, and you can go or not.
Or you can reach out to a neighbor.
Yes.
Or somebody who's in trouble with just a simple hello. Put your arms around them. I care.
Right.
What can I do? What simple thing can I do? Probably take them a pie or a plant and say, I'm thinking of you.
Right. If I just show up and I say, I thank God for you.
Yeah.
Whoo-wee, man. It's like they won the lottery. And on the other side, like what I'm saying, if I try something and it doesn't work and I reach out to somebody and they're not there, okay, that's one.
I tried.
I tried.
Yeah.
Well, you got to keep trying. You got to keep at it. You know, wouldn't it be great if just getting in shape meant joining a gym? There's a lot of people like church like that. All I got to do is have a church membership. And I'm going to be, no. Mm-mm. It's like going to a gym. You got to go and you got to exercise. You got to sweat. And it's blood, sweat, and tears. It's a tough choice. It's easier to sit at home, but you get overweight. You have health problems. You have mental problems, everything, because you're not exercising. But people who get up and exercise, they feel better. They live longer. They live better, as do people who go and have a good attitude and get around other people with a good attitude. It's a fascinating. I've seen people, crippling walk into church, mm-hmm. and smile, they barely make it.
And smile.
But they have an open heart. They have an open heart. They're willing to receive. And they're willing to give back. Mm-hmm. Give and receive, back and forth. And you see those same people at the end of the day of church, they almost dance out. They're walking good, they're doing it's amazing. It affects everything in them. Attitude has a total effect on people's lives.
So as we approach this season of the year and the new year to come, the attitude we carry into next year can color our family life, our business life, whatever we do,
You
if we
bet.
just try.
And it's amazing how opportunities in people's lives. Well,
Okay.
opportunity is interesting, Peggy. If you have a negative attitude, opportunity doesn't want anything to do with you. But if you have a positive attitude, attitude's looking for you.
I love you for your positive message that we have shared today. And we hope that this has helped everyone out there. And be positive and go forward with joy. And we will see you next time.